Hello, Johnson & Johnson. My name is Stephanie Cohen.
My name is Carrie Dugan.
I'm Alyssa Grubb.
I'm Jen Consiglio.
My name is David Osorio.
And we are Primetime.
Okay, so to get started, after receiving the case competition information, the first step we took was to evaluate the current over-the-counter landscape. And through research, we found that the leading over-the-counter brands are Advil, Children's Tylenol, and Children's Motrin, of which the latter two are current J&J brands. And then to distinguish between the different brands, we looked at the active ingredients and found that Advil and Motrin both use ibuprofen as the active ingredient, while Tylenol uses acetaminophen. Then moving on, we took a more focused approach by looking specifically at the current J&J brands that are already on the market. And of the three leaders, we looked at Motrin, which uses the active ingredient ibuprofen, and that is currently segmenting to females, specifically between the ages of 30 and 55. And then the other leading J&J brand is Tylenol, and as opposed to the female target like Motrin has, Tylenol has a more family-centered focus. And then from there, we realized that one of the markets that is underserved would be millennials, and those consist of people aged 18 to 35. And we found a few statistics regarding millennials specifically, and we learned that there are 80 million millennials in the US alone, and furthermore, those 80 million buyers create a $200 billion annual buying power.
So some of these characteristics of our target market are very trendsetters. They're highly educated, career-driven, and tech-savvy. So with technology on the rise, it has affected their buying behavior. They're very interested in social consumption. They crave authenticity, and they enjoy engaging with the brand. In fact, 62% of millennials say that if the brand engages with them, they're more likely to become a loyal customer to the brand. So they are very loyal to the brand. They also enjoy co-creating with the product. 42% they are interested in helping the company co-create with their products.
So after determining this underserved market, we created a target market profile in order to really bring this segment to life. So the person we created here is Jacob, and he's 21 years old. He's a typical college student studying full-time, and he has a busy schedule filled with all of his class assignments, clubs, organizations, all of his new grown-up responsibilities, which also include taking care of himself when he becomes sick or is in any type of pain. So when he goes into a store and is looking for some type of over-the-counter medication, he's thinking and looking for products that he knows are dependable and also clearly, he knows can clearly cover a wide variety of symptoms.
So our brand that we're going to target to millennials like Jacob is called All Aid. We decided on this name because we thought it very well presented what the brand is. It's the active ingredient is ibuprofen, which goes to help lots of aches and pains, including headaches, toothaches, back pain, arthritis, menstrual cramps, and minor injuries. And it also reduces fever. And the people that we are targeting are people that are becoming more independent, and they can't really just yell up to their parents and be like, "Mom, what do I take now? Like, my head hurts." So we decided on the name All Aid just to be like, this is the cure for all your aches and pains. We decided that, okay, go back for a second, sorry. We decided that we would work with research and development to create a long-lasting relief, about 12 hours, because we will be targeting millennials who are constantly on the go and don't have time to constantly check their watches and be like, oh, is it time to take another pill for my headache? So for our packaging and labeling, we wanted to keep with the on-the-go, easy-to-read kind of theme for millennials. And we decided that it'll be swallowable tablets that are easy to push out of packaging that will be grouped for the dosage, because millennials aren't going to read all the little labeling on the bottles. And it'll be, like I said, on the go, easy to carry, throw it in your purse or something like that. And then for our labeling, we decided to pick colors that are would attract people's attention. And we also decided to pick colors that were related to Superman because millennials are constantly on the go and we want to keep them on the go doing awesome things and being unstoppable, which you'll see is one of our catchphrases for All Aid.
Well, in addition to selecting our target market, our target audience, we thought it would be beneficial to create a marketing campaign catered specifically towards individuals falling into this age category. So we thought it would be pertinent, and we thought of it of great significance to acknowledge 18, well, to 35. They still considered somewhat tender years where a great deal of important moments and key influential events happen in a young adult's life. And we want All Aid to serve as the single leading solution for all these problems and situations that might occur. So we came up with a list, and we realized that during these tender years, there is a series of firsts. And of these firsts, we can name first kiss, a first car, a first day of college, and a first encounter in a job interview. And given the severity or the weight of the situation, we know that All Aid can serve as the solution for this. We'd also like to create a relationship between the consumer, All Aid, and also the theme of Unstoppable, where we constantly lead the consumer into this feeling of progression, of never stopping, of the Superman quality, as Carrie was speaking about before.
So with our promotional channels, we very much decided print ads, social media sponsored ads, and we were thinking of brief commercial television ads, because most of our target audience definitely looks at magazines and definitely social media. I think that's our main thing that we want to use for Stay Unstoppable, and our brief commercial on television, especially streaming websites. Recently, television commercials have been on a low, especially for millennials, and streaming websites have been on a high. So Hulu is definitely something that we'd like to put in for a campaign. So with our social media, 91% of millennials share personal photos and videos. So that's why we really wanted to use the social media. So with our Instagram, we decided to use hashtag Can't Stop Me to really focus on that unstoppable moment, and so they can really get involved, like we were saying earlier, with they want to co-create that brand, and to more dedication can definitely put more connection with the brand.
And as I mentioned, and Stephanie mentioned, they really enjoy co-creating with the brand. So we would definitely run promotional campaigns where our customers could send in pictures or activities of them being unstoppable and integrate that into our marketing strategy.
As you can see here, we did one already, hashtag Can't Stop Me, and we really focused on the audience that is active, that can get those sore muscles. So I think that's a great photo for what we're trying to accomplish. Some ads, social media ads that I made, were trying to create that idea that we can do anything, and I know that's a thing that millennials have nowadays, that we're unstoppable. And to really play on that idea, I added be fearless, be free, be unstoppable, All Aid, be unstoppable. And to even then connect it to Penn State, did we are here for you on game day, All Aid. When you're just feeling bad, take an All Aid.
And then here are some other social media and magazine ads that we came up with. We decided to pick pictures that would really capture the attention of millennials and things that they could relate to. Like, for example, this one is a picture of the New York City Marathon 2015 winner. And we said, soar after your first marathon, stay unstoppable with All Aid. That related, like the hashtag Can't Stop Me picture. Millennials are very into like health and fitness right now. And then up here we have a picture of someone out like on the mountains, and that relates to like the adventurous aspect of millennials. And it says, don't let jet lag keep you from your first exploration. Be unstoppable with All Aid. And then this last picture is just kind of the daily life of millennials when you're out driving with friends, you're independent, obviously. And it relates to people who are obviously new drivers. And it says, don't be blindsided by a headache your first day on the road.
So given the recent technological advancements, especially in the past 5 years, so the rise of stream-based websites and applications such as Hulu and Netflix, we thought it would be important to show the relationship between traditionally based cable television compared to stream-based application and shows, and the difference that we're seeing now, where there are complete stark differences in the way that young adults view their entertainment. So we thought that it would be especially important to take advantage of these mediums, these outlets, YouTube, Snapchat, and be able to create commercial of sorts at the end, create a montage of clips of sorts, where they would be able to receive the most exposure. So this is an idea that we all came up with, and I think we're all very proud of this. But I guess the marketing campaign to lead this would be called the First Time for Everything campaign, which pretty much would depict the very key influential moments in a young person's life, and along playing with the idea of the first time for everything, the first kiss, the first car, the first this and that and this. Using these outlets, YouTube, Snapchat, incurring a lesser cost than traditionally based cable would. We would have a montage of clips showing, the interesting and the very pertinent moments that we can all relate to. And we want, this to be high energy, sort of high octane, creating parallels with this unstoppable energy that we're trying to create. So we thought it would be important, especially to play on the young person's emotional response and elicit an emotional response as people viewing this commercial would have time to reflect back on their own experiences and be, I remember when that happened to me. And I think that would resonate especially well with our young audience.
So our product placement would be in frequently visited stores by millennials, such as grocery stores, convenience shops, and drugstores. Here are just a few that are especially popular in the Penn State area. Also, since our target market is very price sensitive and we would be competing with many low price store brands, we would want to be in the sweet spot because millennials are also they value brand names, so we would be competing with the well-known brand names as well, so like Advil or the CVS ibuprofen brand. So we would want to be right in the middle to compete with those. And then here are some of our resources.